And good evening to Omnibroslive Thanksgiving episode, Things, Comics, and Stuff We Are Thankful For. I'm OmniDog, joined by Comics Guide tonight on the pre-Thanksgiving Day. Comics Guide, how are you doing?
I am exhausted, but
you are a newer father.
I am. I have my wife and I have welcomed a new addition to our family. She is a beautiful baby girl, and we're kind of just enjoying it for right now.
You and T-Lar Blunt both had babies at the same time.
I saw that, and if he's watching right now, huge congratulations to you, buddy. I'm so happy for you.
I'll text that to him right now. Let's see. Lou says, congratulations on the baby.
Huge congratulations. Yeah, tonight's the first night we are in the house all together because my wife, she was in the hospital for the last 3 days after giving birth. So it's been an exhausting 3 days.
Yeah, but you are thankful for your wife and baby and daughter.
Absolutely.
Baby and daughter.
Absolutely.
Your whole family. Big foursome. Oh, that just got everything that I've been saying. I'm going to send it anyway.
I'm sure Tyler won't mind.
That always happens. That's so weird. Okay, so here we go. Now, one thing that's weird is Jesse Say What said he was first, and I saw it like at 7:30, but then Tasty Melon showed up, and he's first. That's very odd.
I gotta go with Tasty Melon on this. It's the first one that's popping up. So
Jesse Say What, I saw you earlier as the first, but it didn't register. It's so odd. Now, here's somebody I'm grateful for. Super Laugh Hard. He's going to get major props. I got to probably give him to him early because he's 6 hours ahead of us, and I think he's probably ready for bed at this point. But before that, we need to talk about, and I have no idea where any of this is. I don't know how Geo does it. Yada dee, yada da. No, that's not it.
Oh, yeah.
And I need to. Yeah, first I got. Okay, Super Laugh Hard. Just a sec. Okay, Brand, but Lou, Kristen, where's the IST thing?
We'll get it. Don't worry. Throw up the technical difficulty. There.
What the? Okay, wait. Here's In Stock Trades, our fabulous sponsor, where you get up to 50% off. And they're having a major sale. I saw some stuff in damages and clearance for 65% off. They have specials this week, all this week, and extending in next Tuesday. I saw major publishers are getting more of a discount. Friday, if you buy something this week, then on Friday you will get an extra percent discount, loyalty discount of 3%, but you have to buy something this week to be eligible for the 3% off on Friday. As I read the I wanted to keep that. As I read the email from Emily. So next Monday we're giving away our $50 gift card, which is amazing, from InStockTrades.com. $50 or more gets you a free shipping on orders of $50 or more. Yeah, I said that. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com. So you have a baby in the house and your the mother's tired. So I can't think of anything but the lullaby to do. Ow. There. The baby should be asleep by now.
That's awesome. I appreciate it.
Let's see. Where's Gio and Gabe tonight? Haven't heard from Gio, but Gabe's with his family. I imagine that Gio is too.
Yep.
You're getting congratulations. Hello and congratulations. Congratulations, Lou.
Thank you.
Oh, you'll be up for a few hours? Okay, cool. That's Sonny. He is an extremely good friend of mine at this point. Jesse Say What has no hard feelings. It's cool. I was running first for about 2 years straight at one point. It's all good. Okay, good.
So yeah, we were briefly talking behind the scenes about a pinball graphic novel that I think you would enjoy, and I can't believe you haven't heard of this.
I haven't.
You said you're going to be playing your pinball machine while answering some questions, or potentially in the next few days.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Okay, and that's what brought on this topic. I can't believe you're getting rid of the pinball machine. Just come on.
We've had fun with it for 30 years with the jukebox and the whole basement set up like it is, but it'll make somebody else happy. I'm okay with it.
Okay. So the graphic novel I'm talking about is called Pinball, A Graphic History of the Silver Ball. And it was released April of this year. March of this year.
How'd I miss it?
Yeah, the description reads, in 1976, champion player Roger Sharp stepped up to a pinball machine in a Manhattan courtroom. The New York City Council had convened to consider lifting the city's ban on pinball, a game that had been outlawed since 1942 for its supposed connection to gambling and organized crime. Sharp was there to prove that, unlike a slot machine, pinball wasn't a game of chance designed to fleece its players. It was a game of skill that required a measure of patience, coordination, and control. To prove his point, he proclaimed that he would launch his ball in the center lane at the far end of the playfield, much like Babe Ruth famously pointing to the fences. Sharp pulled back the plunger and released, and the fate of this industry and art form hung in the balance. Thus opens John Chad's comprehensive graphic novel to the history of the captivating, capricious, and at times infuriating game of pinball, tracing pinball's roots back to the court of King Louis XIV through the immigrant experience of the early 20th century America, the post-war boom and bust right up to the present day. Chad charmingly ushers readers through the myriad of faces of this most American of pursuits, capturing not just the history, but also the artistry, cultural significance, and even physics of the game.
Wow. I want to read that.
Yeah. It looks really good.
And also, I want to make a statement here, just that Lou wrote for me, just as opening statement for tonight. Here's a list of things I hate. 1, lists. 2, irony. I thought that was hilarious. That's my opening statement, and I'm sticking with it. Now, let's see. We also have Marvel Bab. Hello, chaps, and congrats to Lou, to you and your wife on your new addition to your family. Also, congrats to the Blunts to their new baby as well.
Hey, that's awesome, man.
Nice.
Thank you.
I know pinball got its start. It was more of a flat table, and gambling was involved. And because they were in, it's almost like in an Archie comic, because teenagers would go to these pinball parlors back in the 30s and 40s, and you won prizes, you won money for, and it wasn't pinball like we know it today. There were, I'm sure it says it in the graphic novel about pinball, but if you did a certain amount of things in these, holes for the balls, you could win prizes or money. And the tables were so different than now. You could cheat. You could get a magnet, a giant magnet, and manipulate the ball. And so they got a big reputation. I can't believe they were banned in New York City for 30 years.
Yeah, gambling.
Let's see. I remember when I was 12, so that's 1971. My dad and I walked down from our house to now that I think about it, it was a pool hall that had a bunch of pinball machines, and they were 10 cents. And it's been completely redone now. Clint Eastwood bought the whole property. There's Clint Eastwood again.
Oh my God.
He bought the whole property and turned it into a majorly expensive boutique hotel, but it was a dive. It was called Mission Ranch. And I don't think they served cocktails because I was allowed in there. And
Yeah.
that's one of my fondest memories of me and my dad, that we just had a pocket full of dimes. And my dad played pinball. That was so undad-like of him. He was such an intellectual scholar guy. And all these guys were playing pool and stuff. So I'm way digressing, but pinball plays a big part of my life. So I would like to set up pinball tomorrow and answer questions, because this is the last hurrah for my pinball table.
Oh man. So is your house up already?
No, it's going to go up in late January.
Oh.
We got to get everything out by January 2nd.
Maybe somebody in the Omnibus Collectors group will buy it. Like, oh my God, I get to own Omni Dog's house.
I'll sign it if somebody buys it. N-Man, happy early Thanksgiving, fellows. Curiously enough, a number of people I work with haven't celebrated Thanksgiving for a number of years. They say it is too much work. Pretty concerning, I think. Jess, please, this is from Omar. Please remind people you are grateful for Manimal.
Oh,
I am. Manimal's a good guy, so I'm grateful for Manimal.
he's a very good guy.
Happy generic week in the UK. Handsome bros. Hayden, always with the nice compliments.
Yeah, I'm kind of with N-Man on this. Thanksgiving, for me personally, Thanksgiving is just kind of like, it's cool. It's another day. Everybody gets together and eats and stuff like that. It's never really been a huge holiday. It's my mom's favorite holiday. But for me, it's kind of like, well, it's just another day. It's nice to get together and everybody eat and stuff. Christmas and Halloween are my two big ones. Like, I love Christmas and I love Halloween.
I love Halloween too. And I've always loved Christmas. I hated Thanksgiving growing up.
Wow.
I don't want to get into my childhood, but boy, I hated Thanksgiving and Christmas growing up. And I'm grateful for my wife. This is where I pour my heart out.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for my wife because she and her family brought the joy back to Thanksgiving and Christmas for me.
It's been the same thing for me. In the last few years, I've learned to grow and really love Christmas, because Christmas was usually the night my father would get drunk and start fucking around, and I catch him trying to hide presents under the tree as he blasted, and sometimes he'd trip over the tree and stuff. There are a lot of fond memories of Christmas now in the old household.
Yeah, we might have some parallels that you and I can talk about off air. Now, here's the other issue. Tasty Melon says turkey is the worst. And growing up, I hated all Thanksgiving food, including turkey. But I'm going to smoke the turkey tomorrow. It has a really brilliant stuffing. You'd like this since you're a cook. Yeah. I got a boneless turkey breast, and I inject it with this liquid mixture, and then fill it full of this cranberry wild rice stuffing and cheesecloth it all up, and then smoke it for 4 hours. And it's really good.
Nice. You got a smoker in the house?
I have a grill that I can set up, just a regular charcoal grill, but I can set it up and maintain the temperature.
Oh, you use charcoal?
Yeah.
You're a man of class. Good job.
Yeah. Also, major congrats to Lou and Tasty Melon smoking a ham. Ham is also acceptable for me to hate at Thanksgiving.
Ham is good. I think. So for you, what is the ultimate Thanksgiving side? Because everybody's got the one where they're like, man, I can't wait to tear into that.
That would be my mom's cream spinach.
Ooh.
It's frozen spinach that's thawed, mixed with sour cream and Lipton's onion soup mix. Yes, my mother was born in 1918, so
Great Depression and everything. Yeah.
So we used a lot of canned and stuff products, and then a crumb topping, and it bakes, and oh my god, it's so good. What about you?
Man, I gotta go with I'm a sucker for sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie.
Yeah, sweet potato pie. Like, you if anybody can make a good sweet potato, I'll take a sweet potato casserole. It's just sweet potato everything. I love sweet potato. And sweet potato pie and sweet potato casserole, I think they're the ultimate, just a good companion piece for Thanksgiving.
Mm.
That's my 2 cents.
I have learned to love the marshmallows on top of a
Yeah,
sweet potato casserole. I used to
absolutely.
not like them, but I really dig them now. And that leads to the first thing I'm thankful for. Astonishing X-Men. My totally favorite X-Men book. I'm extremely thankful for this book. I've had it for years and years and years. I think it was $75. I don't even know what it is now,
It's not that
but
bad.
this is my book. I'm so thankful for it.
That was a whale for a lot of people for a while there. It was out of print for a while.
Is it in print now?
I'm not sure.
This is a badass lineup right there.
I mean, that's John Cassidy. John Cassidy's
Yeah.
art in that book is beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. And Emma's so great in those. It's so great. I love that book.
How many issues is that run? Like 20 something issues? It's not long.
X-Men 1 through 24 and Giant Size Astonishing #1. So 25 issues.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It took John Cassidy like 3 years to get through 25 issues, but
Yeah, that was the controversy surrounding it. That it was hard to, that it took him so long to do single issues. Yeah, I think a lot of these artists, that's the issue. I know that was the famous this art is something. That was the famous knock on Neil Adams, is that he took forever on everything.
It's a shame. Some of the greatest artists in the world require the most amount of time, but that's probably why they're the greatest artists. Like, you don't get a Jerome Pena on a monthly book.
I was just going to say his name for 7 to Eternity. It took forever to get those things out, but you look at the art in that. It is so detailed and gorgeous. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. From Avasastani, happy Thanksgiving, guys. It's always been my favorite holiday. Just family and friends with no responsibility besides eating.
That sounds good.
And now, is it just going to be the 4 of you, or are you going to somebody's house?
Dude, we just got back home after being 3 days in the hospital. None of us want to do anything for tomorrow. We don't have anything planned. I think we're just going to order Chinese food and just enjoy like the good Americans we are. We're going to celebrate Thanksgiving by ordering Chinese food, probably.
I totally get that. You guys pumpkin pie? Oh, there's Razor. You guys pumpkin pie or apple pie?
That's tough. Apple pie.
Apple pie is awesome. I make a pumpkin praline pie every year for Thanksgiving. So I get pecan crust and awesome pumpkin custard filling that I make all myself from scratch. So,
Dude,
but I love apple pie.
I've told you this before, but Cracker Barrel has a chocolate pecan pie that'll make a mule sing. It is that good. It is delicious. Oh my God.
I have to find a Cracker Barrel around me so I can try that, because they just seem to be along major interstates. I need to find one that's just there.
Yeah. Cracker Barrel is a big thing down here in Florida. There's a lot of tourists really enjoy going to Cracker Barrel. I worked at one for a while. Honestly, the food it's okay. It's not that great. The biscuits are great, and the pecan chocolate pie is the shit.
Wow.
It's that good.
Oh, Sonny, I'm sorry you don't have this. I'm sure it'll get a reprint.
It probably will.
NFL Dude says that book is the best Kitty Pryde post Claremont. Just one of the reasons Brian Boland only does covers. He is slow. Warren says, since he's the exact opposite of me, Astonishing X-Men was okay. Not one of my faves, though. I don't know. Pecan pie. Warren Reaver is the bizarro version of me. No pie. I hate pie.
Jesus, Warren.
What are you even doing in this chat?
I bet he likes candy corn. Strikes me as the type of person that likes candy corn.
The Cracker Barrel chicken and dumplings are solid.
The You know, okay, I will give them that. They are solid. They're not bad. They're not bad at all.
Now, are you picking up any sound from upstairs with all the girls cooking?
No.
Okay, because I
No,
have
we're good.
headphones. Let me just give a proper shout out to Super Laugh Hard, who is also known as Sonny
Mm-hmm.
from Scotland. He sent me the first Zdarsky OHC, which
Ooh.
is wildly out of print, just out of the kindness of his heart. Then, I can't even tell you how many books he sent me. Then we've got, okay, wait. Eagle Moss puts out amazing things in the UK. This is a 2-volume set of Bruce Wayne Fugitive that contains even more stuff than in the trades.
Oh, wow.
And then I opened the 2-volume set of Bruce Wayne Murderer, which contains even, I'm getting a little shine here, 2 volumes for Bruce Wayne Murderer. And it's oversized art, and it's amazing. It contains way more stuff than the trades. I am very, very interested in reading this because I haven't read this in years. And so there's Bruce Wayne Murder. This is all from Sonny. And then he wanted to introduce me to a bunch of European comics. So let me see if I can hold them up. Bunch of European comics.
Yeah, that looks European. That checks out.
There is one book that I think you would really dig. Okay, it's not right here. Oh, so, and they're big. This one is about Winsor McCay, the creator of Little Nemo. And it's like a detective story involving demons and time travel with Winsor McCay as the protagonist.
Cool.
And that sounds amazing to me. This is from, I think, Titan. Yeah, these are all pretty much Titan books.
Cool.
And it was a 38-pound box. The FedEx guy was unhappy. And then these are, I think, more Titan books. Yeah, these are pretty much all Titan books. And they're very European.
He's downsizing everybody, I swear.
These are going to go in the stack of shame. It's going to reach the ceiling. So, Sonny, peace and love. Thank you so much for everything.
That's cool.
That was such a wonderful gift. And then also Johnny from Finland. I'm thankful for him. He sent me Finnish chocolates and a Shazam book I didn't own. And then my friend from Sweden, Mark Spector, Jake Lockley, has recommended several books that are awesome that he thinks I'll like. And I mean, viewers throughout the time that I've had my channel have always sent me nice things. And I am super grateful for that. They're all just, I like having a small channel because it seems like it's all nice people.
Mm-hmm.
You get to the level of VG plus condition and you're going to get 25% trolls in there that are jerks. So I don't want to get big like VG plus condition. That's, I like being small. I've never met a person that hates pie. Well, I'm introducing you to Warren Weaver. Also, Batman doesn't eat pie, apparently. Angel Food Cake. Yeah, I heard that Eagle Moss went bankrupt. That is bad. Sonny has an amazing collection of all these. And Hayden has an amazing collection of Deadpool that I think were put out by Eagle Moss. One of those has the cover for Batman Turning Points, which is a great early Rucka story. I forget who the artist is. NFL Dude. All 5 issues of Turning Point are included in that collection. that collection is.
Why didn't we get a collection of that? Like here in the U.S., obviously, the UK got it out there.
I mean, these are giant books that contain way more than Batman Murderer, and Batman Fugitive is a whale right now. I'm going to sell them to the minister because he doesn't have them. I appreciate that, Marcelo. I don't expect gifts from everybody. This is not what this is about. I'm just saying I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I get messages on the on videos and email about how much people like the channel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkable. I didn't even know anybody was paying attention, and then I get these messages, and I'm very thankful for that. I don't need stuff. Really cool messages mean just as much to me. There was a throwaway line about how the Flash won't eat pie unless it's served with coffee. I get it. I like coffee with my praline pumpkin pie, but with my apple pie, I like milk.
Yeah, well, no. I think with pie, you got most of the time milk will suffice. Damn, I'm coming back to Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel makes a baked dumpling. I believe it's like an apple baked dumpling ice cream dessert that is delicious.
Oh.
Let me see if I can look it up. What it is.
Okay, let's see if Siri works. Hey, Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a Cracker Barrel near me? $27 miles, 25 miles, 11 miles away is the closest one.
All right. It's called the Baked Apple Dumpling, Jess.
Ooh, baked apple dumpling. Delivery?
It is. So the pie is actually served hot, but the ice cream is really cold. So you get that really nice difference. Oh my God, it's delicious.
Oh. I got your phone to work. Okay, good. It says it's late here and I got to work tomorrow, but much love to all and hope you have a great food day tomorrow and an awesome stream tonight. Thank you, Hayden, for being here. We both appreciate your loyalty to the show. What are some of the things in comics you're grateful for, or just stuff in general? Comic stuff, social media stuff. I know you're playing a game right now you're grateful for.
Well, that was the game that kept me busy over the last 2 days. The new Pokemon game kept me busy while, in between the baby sleeping and stuff like that at the hospital. So it's been that.
And are you playing Pokemon on the Switch?
Mm-hmm.
So the handheld thing.
Yeah, on the handheld. So I'm thankful for that. Comic-wise, what I'm thankful for is the huge amount of creatives and the huge amount of titles that we have to choose from these days. Because I know there's a lot of people that they like to poo-poo and stuff like that on comics and stuff like that and say, oh man, the old days were better and stuff like that. It's not necessarily that the old days weren't better, didn't have great titles and stuff like that. I just think we have so many great books out right now, and you name it and you can think about it. As far as genres and things, if you want a great crime story, you could read this. If you want a great horror story, you could read this. And I think it's really cool seeing how all these companies and stuff like that are embracing different titles, especially Boom. Who would have thought 10 years ago, or even when we first started this podcast, Boom would be one of the companies that is putting out consistently some of the best ongoing books every single month. I brushed off Boom years ago as like, oh, these are the guys that they have, a few weird comics here and there, and they've got a few things that tie into movies and properties like that. But
I beg your pardon, they have Irredeemable.
They have a few weird comics that nobody. I'm kidding. They did have Irredeemable, Incorruptible. They had those titles for a while. But for a while, I think they floundered a little bit, and now it seems like they've really found their footing and are putting out A+ quality books that everybody should be checking out.
I don't know who this is directed to, James. You posted about a big announcement coming soon on Facebook. Is the announcement you're getting sponsorship from Cracker Barrel? We did that?
Listen, I will take a sponsorship from. I will whore myself out at Cracker Barrel. Okay, just for that baked apple dumpling.
I didn't have anything to do with any Facebook announcement. So I bet I know what it is. It's going to be Gabe's interview with that creator.
Oh yeah, but has he announced? Has he made that announcement public yet?
It was on the Omnibros Live Facebook page. Yeah, Gabe locked up a famous creator that he and I think we have a date for it.
Yeah, we do.
But it will. That's the announcement. Yeah, he's got a big creator that he's going to interview.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be real fun. Gabe is a very good talker, and knowing his love for this person in the industry, he's gonna have a lot of fun with that interview. I'm gonna be paying attention to it.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. That's the big announcement. Now I know. I also am thankful for your daughter.
Me too. I'm thankful for all our daughters.
In a very innocent internet way. Well, that doesn't really sound right. I'm Omnicat, the comic slayer. I'm very grateful for her and her insight on my show, and the Minister of Comics. I'm also grateful for him. They do both a great job of being my co-hosts on shows, and I especially love Kristen because she brings a different perspective than what I'm used to. I hardly have any boom books other than Irredeemable, Incorruptible, and Crimson. There might be a few others, but I don't own many of their books. I know they're coming out with a book you didn't like, Lou, but people are excited for it. There's a big deluxe of Department of Truth coming out.
Ooh.
And they've also put out Something's Killing the Children.
Yeah, they do, and I think that's one of the best ongoing books right now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy that although I have heard Department of Truth gets really, really good the further along you get into it and to stick with it. I only read the first 4 issues, I think. I didn't really care for it, but I've heard it gets so much better.
I haven't read it at all. I've been waiting for this deluxe. One of the few times I didn't buy the trades, along with Something is Killing the Children and Ascender. And those are all getting deluxes or have gotten deluxes. So I'm grateful I didn't buy the trades for those. I'm grateful for Ande is here. How's it going, Ande? Hopefully we might get us some of these Killing the Children hardcover volume 2 in 2023. Yes, that's a boom title. Now for the chat. Oh, thankful for this channel, even the bad takes.
Aw.
What are the bad takes? Like books we like that you don't like, or Apple Dumpling Gang, or
all of them?
What are some of our bad takes?
We have nothing but bad takes, Jeff.
Okay, here's a quiz for the chat. Because I'm grateful for these 5 crushes that I have on imaginary characters. Hint, they're all female, and they're from Marvel and DC. Who are the 5 crushes I'm thankful for? Yes, I'm aware they're imaginary. Yes, I understand that. It's not real. Still have a crush on them. Can you name all 5 of them? And we'll see if Lou could too.
Let me think.
Because I'm so thankful for them.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start. Give me a second.
Well, wait to see if the chat. Let's let the chat participate.
Okay.
It's the 5 female characters, Marvel and DC, that I have a crush on. Okay, Marcelo's first with a guess. Harley, Rogue, Power Girl. Those are good guesses.
Those are good guesses.
Those are very good guesses. Ande says Harley and Gwen. I think Harley's probably the given. Everybody knows that one. Razor Ramen, Scarlet Witch. That's a good guess.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Anya Taylor-Joy, Anya Taylor-Joy, Anya Taylor-Joy, Anya Taylor-Joy, Anya Taylor-Joy.
You left out
Margot
Elizabeth
Robbie.
Olsen, but okay.
And Margot Robbie's somewhere in there too.
Margot Robbie is the trio, yeah. NFL
There you
dude.
go.
Harley, Emma, Magic, Rogue, someone else.
Ooh,
Okay, there's
that
6. There's actually 6. I forgot about Magic. Jean Grey. No, I like Jean Grey, but I don't have a crush on her.
Yeah, somebody said Granny Goodness.
Granny Goodness. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with this one. Granny Goodness. What a pull that was.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, so what are your guesses?
Okay, playing it serious. I'm gonna go. Obviously, Harley is number 1. That's a given. That one's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, Power Girl, Zatanna. Let's see. Power Girl, Zatanna, Harley Quinn, Gwen Stacy.
Okay, that was a solid guess.
Okay, how far off was I?
Shouts to Chris Bacalo's Magic. That was next level thirst trap design.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that? Chris Bacalo's Magic. What book was that, NFL dude?
Big Barda. Hey, Big Barda could lift me anytime.
Yeah, Big Barda. I wouldn't argue with her. Oh, here's the bad take. Maybe a bad take of my own, but I just saw New Mutants and I thought it was actually a pretty strong effort. I actually like the New Mutants movie.
Yeah, I heard it. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's not bad.
I saw it and I enjoyed it. Of course, Anya Taylor-Joy was in it, so Big Barda, heck yeah. Black Cat, Zatanna, and Emma Frost. Okay. It goes Harley Quinn, Zatanna, Emma, Rogue, Magic, Scarlet Witch.
Okay. Rogue was one. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, Rogue's pretty new to the crush in the Batcave.
Okay.
But I've grown to really, really dig her.
Has it been one of the new titles from X-Men that you're still going through and everything?
I got a sideshow. The last statue I ever bought was the Sideshow Rogue, which is shockingly amazing. And then I read the Rogue collection. Where is that? It's a Marvel complete collection of Rogue, and it was really cool. And I super dig her relationship in Mr. and Mrs. X.
Mm.
Oh, are there any mods in the chat?
I think James is a mod.
James, yeah, James will take care of it.
James, do your job. We love you, buddy.
I mean, I could also take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were close, Marcelo. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm thankful for those crazy crushes that I have. Oh, here we have. Is it a? He's not quite there yet.
Yeah, he's getting there. He's getting there.
Let's see. What else are we? Okay, here he is.
Nope.
What up?
What's up, Gabe?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, there we go. It took a while for everything to load up. What up, dudes?
What's up, man?
Happy Casino Thanksgiving Day, everybody. Ooh, we got some more spam sex spots happening here.
Yeah, that happens.
That means we've arrived.
That's right.
Do you know if the casinos do anything for Thanksgiving? Do they like bring out the turkey or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like the buffets will bust out like crazy.
Oh, cool.
Which is why we call it Casino Thanksgiving today, because all the casino workers do Thanksgiving today because they have to work tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. That sucks.
Let's see, Gabe, do you have something your comic or pop culture related you're thankful for?
Of course. I mean, I'm just because it's in arm's reach. And I'm in the middle of reading Jonah Hex,
Ooh,
so this is a fun read so far.
yeah.
No, I'm thankful for
Great.
it because it's good. That's the one thing about comic books. That's one of the best.
You there? I think we lost you.
Am I breaking up? Okay.
You're frozen, yeah. Warren is thankful for 90s comics. Well, Gabe is right with you. Let's see. What else am I thankful for? Well, I'm thankful for what else am I thankful for? I think you nailed it when you said how many great comics we can choose from today.
Yeah.
Jeffy Nat, 90s comics were the best era, so he's thankful for that.
I'm thankful for we're getting a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special tomorrow, so I'm super excited for that.
I just saw the trailer for that.
It's tomorrow. It drops tomorrow.
I'm grateful for Disney Plus. I really am. I still haven't finished all the shows yet.
Yeah.
And I may not until we actually move into our new place. But we're getting Mantis and Drax in a Guardians of the Galaxy special. They are churning out quality product. I mean, yeah. I haven't even started Andor yet. And I heard that rocks.
I heard that's the best of the Star Wars stuff that they've put out so far by a long shot. So I'm glad it's done because I really want to sit down and watch Andor. I am thankful that Bob Chapek is no longer working at Disney anymore.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Have you heard the details of how he was let go?
I only heard the details of the destruction he wrought amongst the creative people.
So apparently he found out via text message while he was supposed to introduce Elton John on the Disney Plus live special that they were doing for Elton John.
It said you're fired right before that?
They didn't say exactly those words, but apparently he found out, you're gone. Bob Iger is coming back, and he's taking over the company because you have fucked it all up for the past 2.5 years.
I showed you that chart, I think maybe Monday, where the two biggest franchises, well, Marvel was the biggest franchise, and then right behind it was Star Wars.
Yep.
How do you F that up with Disney Plus? And Iger wanted to slowly raise the price of Disney Plus, and Chapek wanted to just nail it, raise it right up immediately.
Yeah.
And he alienated all the creative people, which not a good move.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, there was rumors, there's always rumors, but there was rumors that even Kevin Feige was about to leave at one point, Marvel and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that Kevin Feige was really unhappy, and that he apparently was about to leave at one point, but they squared it out. This is a whole bunch of stuff, but Chapek got dealt a bad deal because he literally took over the company 1 month before the pandemic started. So I'll give him that, because Jesus Christ, to take over a company and then the pandemic happens is not a great way to start. But it's been a mess the last 2 years. So I'm glad Iger is coming back. I did not expect him to be the one to come back because he had retired.
Yeah.
And he ran Disney for 2005 to 2020, so for 15 years. And when you think about all the stuff that he's done in that time, I mean, he brought the Marvel Universe. He bought Disney. I mean, he bought Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
And Disney Plus. There's just the stuff, all the stuff involving the parks. Jesus, man,
the parks was the one you paid attention to, the much bigger picture than I did. I paid more attention to what was happening to the parks
Yeah.
and how they were becoming astronomically more expensive
Yeah.
with fewer services.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about it, and we wondered, how can just a basic middle class family of just 4 people afford it now? Everything got it at Disney World. That's the one I pay attention to because I'm closest to it. But yeah, it's gotten, and the services got cut, like the bus from the airport, and then your fast pass got messed up with, and it costs you extra money now for Genie Plus. It was awful.
It's a mess. The whole thing was a real bad mess. I went to Disney World last year. No, my wife was pregnant when we went to Disney World, so it was sometime I want to say in March of this year, Aprilish of this year. And for us to go, so this is a little bit behind the curtain. My wife and I, we make a good chunk of money between the two of us. We do far better than most Americans in this economy today. We're very fortunate and we're blessed. For us, it was not that much of a hassle to buy 4 tickets for us to go to Disney. But when we ended up buying the tickets, we're like, Jesus Christ, how does a regular middle class, what's left of the middle class family in the US even afford a family of 4 to go to Disney these days? And that's not even including the food that you have to pay.
Right. Yeah, that is a good point. Now, NFL Dude says Chapek got a bad rap because his mission was trying to get Disney out of their debt. The chairman of the parks, Josh DeMero, is the real piece of crap. He's got no upcoming plans for the parks. But Mary M, getting back to what we're grateful for. Hey, Mary, I'm thankful for our little corner of the YouTube community. Yes, I love that.
Yes, I am.
Yes. Avasatani, I'm thankful that Gaiman and Buckingham are finishing their Miracle Man run. That is great. Conroy Jet, I'm thankful for IST's Black Friday sale. Awesome. James, Jess, you said you are thankful for The Haunting of Hill House.
God, that's great.
You are 100% right, James. That made my life better watching that show.
Haunting of Hill House is so good.
Oh, and I've only been told to watch it for 5 years now, and I finally did watch it. Let's see. Razor disagrees. Disagree with that. DeMero ran Disneyland before he took over all the parks and did a great job at the time. And Man 40 says, a lady I work with went to Disney World in early November with her husband and 2 kids. She's a teacher, but I'm not sure what her husband does. She said she had to save for 3 years in order to go. Man.
Yeah. And they nickel and dime you once you get in there, man. It's so fucking rough these days.
Yeah. It's a difficult experience. Let me see. What books am I grateful for? Oh, I'm grateful for the New Mutants Volume 2 that came out that I need to read because I love New Mutants 1. I love Young Mutants the best. Super Laugh Hard. Sunny says, I'm thankful for the end of years of legal woes.
Good for you. Whatever that is, man.
Whatever that is, I'm glad it's over with. Oh, here's Lionheart. What's up, Justin Lou? Happy Thanksgiving to you guys and your family. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Lionheart.
Yeah, there's one of my lawyer friends always told me, just because you're guilty doesn't mean you did it. So there you go. Happy for you.
I'm thankful for action figures, Mafex and Mezco, even some legends. I'm grateful for all the Spider-Man legends.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be rough taking down the spider door. I'll have to find a new door at the new place and reestablish it.
Do you guys have a place set that you guys are looking at, or anything?
Oh yeah. we move in. We're starting to move into it already. We're paying rent.
Sweet.
Starting. Oh, whoop! I took them off. Okay, you added your. What?
There we go.
I didn't know you added yourself.
You got a tiny house, didn't you, Jess? Just
What's
admit it.
that?
You got a tiny house, didn't you?
No. Well, it's smaller than this house.
Okay.
Because that's what we wanted. We wanted to downsize, get rid of junk, stuff we didn't use anymore.
So the entire collection is going away?
No. My wife, God bless my wife. I'm thankful for her. She came back like I was just about to fall asleep, and she came back from the rental place, and she had it all mapped out in the basement where my whole setup could go to broadcast, where all the bookshelves could go, where all the artwork and statues could go. She went full bore trying to please me, and I am super thankful for that. She took it really seriously. So we're starting to move stuff over there, and then we start paying rent December 1st, and we're moving out of this house January 2nd. So then they're going to have the estate sale with a pinball machine and jukebox and stuff. And then our realtor comes in and stages it. And if there's no snow, we can put it on the market in late January.
Cool. Good luck. Get that thing sold quick. Hopefully.
Thank you. Yes. I'm hopeful for that.
I hope there's a bidding war.
Yeah, that'd be great. I have not seen Wakanda Forever yet.
Have you been spoiled? Like, do you know everything about it yet?
I don't know anything about it.
No.
I'm thankful for HasLab's Galactus. Me too. And let's see. Lionheart says, Jess, what's in the BBTS box behind you? If I can get it together, it may be when we move in the new house. But my friend Freddie from Puerto Rico, he and I want to do a toy show, and I will unbox everything in this big BBTS box. And I will unveil Galactus.
So stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah. And my wife came.
Oh, you got the.
I got Galactus. Are you frozen again? How cold is it in Nevada?
I hope not. Damn it.
My wife came down here and measured all the.
I love this still framed of Gabe just now. That was great.
Somehow my wife came down here and measured everything and to see where it would fit in the new place, and never said anything about these boxes.
Oh no.
She never said anything. I don't know.
Huh.
It was amazing. She just must have assumed it's just part of the deal.
Wow.
Let's see. Razor Ramen. Razor Ramen. Galaxy's Edge and Avengers Campus are amazing, but the parks announcement at D23 this year were embarrassing. Josh blaming. Is that COVID? Is a cop out at this point? Yeah. C92. Marcelo, I'm thankful for being able to see you. I need to go now. Happy Thanksgiving. Peace and love. Marcelo, thank you for joining us.
Happy Thanksgiving, brother. Have a good one.
Yeah, Lionheart, that's going to be the issue. Sometimes we get snow. Sometimes we don't. We're right on the Potomac River. I remember one time in 2016, we got, and I'm not exaggerating, 28 inches of snow in January.
Wow.
But then there are years where we get like a dusting and get nothing. This is the only year ever that I'm not praying for snow because I love snow. It's fun. And if it snows in January and February, I'm effed because the house, there's only so long I can keep paying rent and the mortgage.
Yeah.
So I need this house to sell.
I think it'll go. I think just give it time. It'll definitely sell.
Okay. let's see. Well, of course, I'm thankful for IST, our fabulous sponsor. Bruce Tim, I'm thankful for him, and Paul Dini.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for my bombshell statues. Was that Gabe again? Gabe, do you want to add yourself? Okay.
Let's try this again.
Okay.
I'm thankful for my immense patience with this internet.
Here you go, pal.
I'm hardwired, and I unplugged it from one computer and plugged it in this computer. So
Oh, you plugged it right into your modem?
yeah, it's direct connected now.
Okay.
So cool.
So let's see. Somebody was saying something to you, Gabe. What's up, Gabe?
Yo.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. My next trip to Vegas is in the works.
Nice. We had a good time hanging out at the Vegas con, me and Lionheart. So,
Oh, you and Lionheart did?
yeah, we hung out for a while. He was there. He got to watch my my awesome back issue negotiation skills when I bought my Daredevil 7.
Oh, he was with you when you...
Yeah, he was with me
went to a
when I was
vendor?
going through all that. Yeah.
Nice.
So hopefully I'll be getting that back from CGC soon. I'm hoping probably the next week or so. Fingers crossed. May the grading odds be in my favor.
Here's something nice. Razor Ramen's thankful for us.
Thank you,
Omnibros.
Razor. That's awesome.
The
Thanks,
biggest compliment.
How has
Thank
nobody
you.
else said that throughout the entire show so far? The entire chat should just be thanking us.
Miriam said she was thankful for our little corner of the internet, so that's nice.
I'm thankful for this corner of the internet too. You know, we're not the biggest channel in the world, but we also don't have craziness involved either. We don't have drama or any of that stuff here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
For the most part.
I'll take the peace of mind.
Jess, did you order any books that haven't come in yet? Of course.
I think we all have stuff on order. If you don't have stuff on order, then you're doing it wrong.
My wife even found a closet where my stacks of shame on the floor can be a closet of shame, where I can just stack the books that I ordered and haven't read yet. She's been so mellow about this. She goes, yeah, those 2 stacks of books, I found a closet for you to stick all those in. And I'm like, okay, thank you. What happened? How is this possible?
That's great.
Yeah, I just ordered Taylor Talks Comics isn't in here, but he and I have a Facebook relationship, and he super baited me into a book that I never wanted to buy, but I bought it today from IST so that I can order on Friday using the 3% loyalty discount. That's Justice League International, the Bwahaha era.
The Bwahaha era.
And he swears I'm going to love it. I remember reading it in singles going, this is not my Justice League, but I guess that was kind of the point. It was a new era, and a new generation was reading it, and so it was for those people. I actually have to go for 1 sec. My daughter's leaving, so you guys talk, and I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, dude.
Cool, man.
Cool, dude. Yeah, Gabe. So, what are you thankful for, as far as in comics?
Yeah, like I was trying to say earlier, because I'm reading Jonah Hex, just comic books in general, and the idea that it's not just one kind of genre that you can get into. It's everything. You know, we all read a lot of different things here, but it's great to be able to read crime. And the next day you can switch over to superheroes. The next day you can switch over to westerns or sci-fi, fantasy. Just being able to have just such a wealth of different books out there and stuff like that. So I think that just kind of keeps things interesting, where it's not just like it's just superheroes. It's not just Marvel and DC all the time. There's just so much out there, and that's something to really be thankful for, I think.
Okay.
Different creators, different writers. I'll tell you this. I'm thankful. I just saw that Superman's getting his secret identity back.
Is he? Are they doing that?
Superman and the other Superman, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Superboy. They're all getting their secret identities back in this next
Good.
big DC kind of relaunch of things that they're doing. So
I kind of like the secret identity concept. It works well with the character of Superman and who he is and stuff like that. If you ever watch the ending of Kill Bill, the character summarizes what Superman is perfectly in my mind, where he's like, Superman is Superman. That's who he actually is. And the interesting thing about Superman is that his secret identity is really Clark Kent. It's not the other way around. So I love that stuff.
It's a lot that very similar mirror to how Batman is, where Batman is the character and Bruce Wayne is the disguise.
Yep.
Are you guys talking about the announcement that they're getting their secret identities back?
Yes.
What? I read the first Tom Taylor book that was Son of Kal-El. I haven't read Philip Kennedy Johnson's run. Where were their secret identities outed?
It was the beginning of Bendis's run. He outed Superman.
Oh, I haven't read all of that yet.
As much as I love Bendis, and I think he really helped shape comics in the aughts, in the 2010s. It seems like everything that he's done in DC, for the most part, I've kind of disagreed with in terms of secret identity, aging up Jonathan, which took away Super Sons from us. So those are things that are just, they seem to be maybe course correcting or, bringing back on this new era relaunch, whatever it's going to be coming up soon. I think it's called like New Dawn or something.
Okay. Oh, is that, MN40 says, is that what New Dawn is about? I heard about that the other day.
That's a part of it. Yeah. I think it's more than that, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Apparently, what is it? Action Comics 1050 and 1051 is supposed to be like the end and the start of everything going on.
Oh.
So,
okay, that's fair.
Those might be issues to keep an eye on in terms of just getting caught up and getting introduced into what's happening next.
Yeah. I say blow it all up.
Just let it fall apart and crumble like Twitter apparently is doing.
Carl N, in case I missed it, I'm thankful for you guys.
That's great. Thank you, Carl.
Yeah, Lionheart, I'm thankful for you guys. You're definitely a part of my Monday night routine. That's awesome. James, yes, I've just been thinking about that. I have to change my shipping addresses to everything you ordered in the past, like Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I have to change DCBS. I have to change IST. I have to change everything comic related as of January.
Not just that, but when you move and you change your credit cards, you have to change everything as well. If you have any kind of like automatic payments and stuff.
Oh, shoot. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I have my work cut out for us.
Yeah.
For me.
I don't know anybody that does auto pay. You guys are brave souls out there if you do auto pay.
I do auto pay for almost everything.
Me too, for the most part.
Man,
it's things like, it's not even like major things. It's not like, my mortgage isn't auto pay or things like that. But it's like, but it's like Netflix,
Oh yeah,
Hulu, all the streaming services, my solar's auto pay, my water, the more manageable bills and stuff like that are auto pay. So if something ever happened and like I have to replace my card because it got hacked or I moved or something like that, I have to go and replace all the card information on each one of those. And I always end up forgetting something. Something always slips. And I'm like, how come my motherfucking Netflix isn't working? What's I got to replace the card. That's what it is.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I need to change.
And then, that address thing, I've lost some good stuff in the mail because of that recently. Because I didn't change some, or even like your Amazon orders. You got to go back into your Amazon like pre-orders and update it the new address. Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
I had the Lego Star Wars, like the collector's version that came out, and it got sent to my old house, and I was like, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't go over there and ask them for it or anything like that, and it was sold out, and I never could get.
Oh no, that's awful.
I got my money back and stuff. I really wanted that version of that game, and it became super expensive afterwards. So it happens.
MN40, I made a big order yesterday on ISD. First order for me in 3 weeks. Next week in January are big months for me. Don't forget on Friday, because you ordered today from IST, you get that 3% loyalty discount.
Oh yeah, they're boosting that up, huh?
Yeah. till Tuesday.
We got some announcements to make later too. That's gonna be fun.
Later
That I'm
on
thankful
today's
for.
show or later in OmniBros future?
I don't know.
They've been at the question
they
was
been asking?
asked earlier about your big announcement.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do it now. You can
I'm
do
not
it
gonna
whenever
do it
you
now.
want.
Forget that noise. No, you got to stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah,
Gonna
make
have
it
to-
Monday when we give away the gift card. Then
That
we'll
makes
really
sense.
get some.
That way we get a lot of eyes on it and stuff. Because that's always our biggest show.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I gotta go because of the baby. This got to get taken.
Oh, the little baby is home.
A little baby.
A little baby.
Well, we're thankful that you were here, and we're also thankful that you have a nice, healthy little child.
Thank
Peace
you.
and love. Peace and love. Where can they find you on the internet?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where there's an archive of a whole bunch of stuff on there.
Lou, before
Nice.
you go, a little bit of a dad tip.
Go for it.
Get the wipes from Costco.
Really?
They're the best wipes. As somebody who's had kids in diapers for like 8 years,
Yeah.
those are the best ones.
Okay. Yeah.
Get a big box of those. The best thing about them, and this is just something that you don't appreciate until later, is for with Costco wipes, and this is the best part. This is so stupid, but when you pull out a wipe, you pull out one wipe and not like 30.
Yeah.
So many times you pull out wipes, you look like a freaking clown, and you got like a thing of like a string of handkerchiefs. You're like, oh Jesus,
And that's wasted money.
it is.
Thing.
Don't get a warmer. I don't know if you have a wipe warmer. That's completely worthless. But yeah, go to Costco, get the bulk like wipes from there. Like that's gonna
Sounds
be
like a good tip.
that's gonna be a saver. Trust me, somebody has had kids in diapers for 8 years. That thing is a godsend.
I will have to check that out.
Do
Thanks,
it.
man.
Do it.
Nice.
Not everybody.
Peace
Later, dude.
out.
Have fun with the baby.
Yeah.
Lionheart asked, just does the new place have enough space to put Omar in the closet? Omar is not finding out my new address. Not giving him my new address. VG Plus condition. You stay in Kentucky.
VG plus fine negative condition. Good minus condition, 2.5 condition.
Do you guys know why IST didn't get Sentient or Sarah in this week? I thought they did. They didn't? Okay, wait. I have IST right here. New releases. You might be right.
Because I don't think they go through Diamond. Do they? They did it before. I don't know what KTO or
The TKO books?
Yeah, because they didn't go through Diamond before. You had to order directly through them. So I don't know if that's still the case.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see it. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
But we talked about it before, and I don't want to take anybody's sales away or anything like that. But the hardcovers are like, what, $50 or something? Right?
Yeah,
They're pretty pricey for
expensive.
150 pages, where the oversized original like trade paperbacks are like $15.
Yeah.
So, your choice, but there is other options.
Cage Grant, Omni Dude, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, buddy. I think the hardback of Sarah got delayed slightly. And
Some people
Larry
had it, so I
says,
don't know.
I had to get mine from CGN as IST doesn't carry any TKO. Okay, I did
What
not.
Warlock comic is he reading in his icon? I'm trying to see.
I actually don't. I don't know that IST didn't carry any TKO.
Again, because I think they have to actually like special order through them. Same if like a Bad Idea or whatever. I think you had to like actually like go through them. I don't think they go through regular distributors or something.
Huh.
I might be completely wrong and talking on my ass, but that's how it was before at one point.
I agree with you though. I am perfectly content with the big paperbacks of those books. They're
$15
awesome.
versus 50. I mean, if somebody is completely 100% all in on just hardcovers, I get it. That's cool. That's fine. But for me, I'm more than happy with that trade paperback of Sentience.
Yeah, and Sarah's awesome. Larry says Warlock.
Right, but what issue number? I can't tell. Is that?
Whoop! What happened to you? Oh,
I leaned against my keyboard.
Oh, okay, Larry. What issue Warlock are you reading?
I could probably look it up. I could tell from the cover a little bit, but either way.
Carl says TKO did some awesome things when the virus first hit for low LCSs. I'd say that merits buying a bit from them directly sometimes. Yeah, I've ordered straight from TKO a lot of times. They have
I order direct from publishers all the time for things, whether it's
Yeah.
like a Kickstarter or like Top Cow. I think Jess, you might have gotten a Top Cow. No, I think you did Aspen. But sometimes it does pay to get directly from them, because like when I order from Top Cow, I open up the box or whatever and it's full of just craziness. Like I'll order a book, but it'll be full of like stickers and coupons and other kind of cool stuff.
Posters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kickstarted The Darkness. Is that a top? That's
Top Cow, because I ordered volume 1 not through Kickstarter but regularly, and I got volume 2 through Kickstarter, and same thing. Like I opened it up and it was like stickers and magnets and like a little like sling backpack bag kind of thing. Like they really hook it up.
Here's a statement to you, Gabe. I picked up the Lady Death omnibus from Cosmic Comics in Vegas. I got it from their eBay store. Lionheart, I want to get that omnibus, but I don't know anything about Lady Death. Can you sell me on it? Tell me why I should get it.
It's a hot, like platinum blonde, all white skin, big large breast woman from hell.
Yeah,
who comes to Earth to kill everybody.
And they have other female characters in there too. That are
I think similar. So. Like Purgatory's in there. I would think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Evil Ernie is not a female, but still, like Evil Ernie came out of that book and stuff like that. Strange Tales 179. Thank you, Larry. It was bothering me.
You and I went to Cosmic Comics, right?
Yep. Cosmic Comics is my like honey hole. Like that's the place I go. I've there's a lot of people here on the show, not on the show, but viewers and people from the group where it's been like, hey, Cosmic Comics has this book that I really need. Can you get it for me and then mail it to me? I've done that for people a lot. So that's always been like my honey hole place. I always find great out of print stuff there. Like when the this goes back in a time, but when the Valiant big, when we started like the Valiant bus train kind of thing,
right?
That was the place where I got all my like every Valiant hardcover I got from there.
Oh, Lionheart just sold me. Jess, it has nudity. Okay, I'll get it. N-Man is asking for hints for your announcement.
Green.
It's fair.
And I'll say this: there will be an IST special thing involved with it too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. That was a good idea. A little bit of a
hookup. Yeah, I figured with whatever with what's that, and then I'm like, why not? That's only going to help. But yeah, Monday you guys will find out. We'll talk about it on Monday. It's gonna be cool.
The Valiant.
Not to be like one of those teasy weird people about it, but yeah. And the Valiant hype train in 2017, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, earlier question.
Hints for my earlier question. Hints for the interview are okay too. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, this question.
Gabe, you mentioned back in either September 2020 or 2021, you found out or were told how much an omnibus costs to produce. You said if the public knew how much, they would never buy it again. I forgot. Dang it. But it's one of those things where it depends on the omnibus, but it's literally, from my remembrance of that time, like $20, if not less, to produce an omnibus.
Oh, that's what he's talking about.
I used to show up on a Diamond.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think I remember you telling us that. Jess, I made a great haul between Cosmic Comics and Torpedo Comics. I have been to both places, and both places are cool. Lionheart bought 7 to Eternity from Torpedo.
Yep. I remember when you came out, Jess. We did a nice little comic store crawl. Like we must have hit up like 3 or 4 good like not back issue, but like omnibus like hardcover stores here in town.
I think we went to 4 stores and 5 places to eat that first day.
And four of those 5 places we ate were In and Out.
We did have the Thanksgiving
Sandwich. Capriotti's Bobby.
Right. Yeah. Wait, what
that pizza place we went to that was on the strip.
Was that Saturday night?
I don't remember what night it was.
With these were pieces of pizza that were like this big.
They were like the length of my forearm. They were
they were unbelievable.
And then the waitress was really cool there with us. She was hanging out and stuff.
Yeah, she was great. That whole place was great. Anything else you're thankful for?
I mean, all the people watching the show, if you haven't been mentioned before, everybody that continually supports us here on the show and here and then even on the Patreon, everybody 100%, everybody got all my love and respect for always supporting us for what's it been, like 6 years we've been doing this show, something like that, Jess? It's been forever.
Well, if we started the Valiant hype train, I feel like that. Okay. It was January of 2018 that I started my read through that got cut off when my wife ate too much of an edible and ruined the trip. I was just sitting there reading. I know I've told this story before, but I was sitting there starting my Valiant read through, and she ended up having a very bad trip on an edible. And the rest of our time was spent bringing her back to earth. And I never
telling her she's okay and just ride it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I never got back to the Valiant train.
I've been doing that more lately myself. That's one thing I'm thankful for, is just being able to have to do readathons.
Yeah.
That's really been something I've been getting into. It's just doing full on, just even if it's short runs, I just finished all 2 absolute volumes of Authority. I'm working through Jonah Hex. I want to go through Fables. I want to do long reads and stuff.
Lou and Riley started in September of 2016. I joined on the 3rd show, and it was the 3 of us till like 2018. I think we were. It was just the 3 of us for all of 2017. And then I think you and Omar joined in 2000 and Gio joined in 2018. I feel like
maybe
these guys know. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I could go back and look at the videos and see dates, but off the top of my head, I'm not positive.
I'm sure the answer is going to pop up in the chat.
Well, thanks to NFL dude for being our archivist and knowing that information right off the top of his head. That's awesome.
Yeah, James, what's going on? Usually you're our guy.
That's great too that we have these folks that are just like, yeah, it happened this. It was this episode. It was this time.
Oh, poor Super Laugh Hard. I just bagged 600 comics, and I'm very thankful to be finished. Oh.
That sounds awesome and terrible at the same time.
Yeah, I used to. I mean, I do love to bag comics, but 600 is a lot.
I love making bags and boards. That was like one of my favorite things to do in comic books. So I could just sit there and I could just bang out like 100 bags and boards in like 10 minutes. But I could do like a long box in like 30 minutes, and it just you kind of just zone out. And you just bagging and boarding and stuff. Yeah.
I will say for Warren Weaver, my polar opposite, I will say how I found this channel, sadly, was from watching VG Plus Condition.
At least you got something out of Fine Mindless Condition.
Yeah, I accept that. That's a good way to find out about.
Well, he was here on the show for a while before his show blew up and stuff. So it was great to have him on here all the time.
I think through the first part of the pandemic, I feel like.
If not longer. I think he was on even before the pandemic. Like
2018, and then I think he left in 2020. I feel like the chat can correct me. The archivist can correct me.
I had to ask a Super Laugh Heart. When you do the bags and boards, maybe you too, Jess, we can just bring it out. How many pieces of tape do you put on?
Oh, that's a good question.
It is.
So I get some from a place that has, and it's really annoying, but they're self-sealing.
Oh,
But you have to pull off the thing, and it's
Yeah.
super staticky, and you can't get it off your hand. And so I end up with a pile of them on the floor as I self-seal, and then I grab them up and I try and get them in the trash. I just
it's
usually
like trying to get rid of like packing peanuts, where it just like ends up on your sweater. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I use one piece of tape.
Ah,
Are you a two-piece of tape?
I do 2 pieces of tape, one on each side. Even if I have like because there's times where like kind of when the pandemic was kind of winding down or whatever, where comic book suppliers were super crazy hard to find.
Oh yeah.
So like all I could get were like the resealable bags. I don't like those. There's something weird about them. I don't know what it is. I just don't like them.
The kind I'm talking about, where
Yeah,
you
the kind you
peel
talk
it
about. You got
off?
to peel off that little layer, and then you know it's
Yeah.
there, and it reseals and all that. I don't know. I would get those, and I would still just tape it. I won't peel it off. I'll just put one piece of tape on each side, just to kind of prevent the dog ear thing from happening.
Yeah.
So I do one piece of tape on each side. I used to be like one right in the middle.
Mhm.
Like when I was growing up, just one right in the middle. And then after a while, it was just like I kept getting all these like weird dog ear things, and they would just look weird in the box and stuff like that. So kind of an
Oh.
OCD thing where I don't want that little flap to be kind of picking up,
No,
peeking
yeah,
out
you're
over the
right.
box. It bothers me.
I hadn't thought about that. Sonny is saying he's not using boards or tape at the moment. I like to use masking tape when I eventually tape them up. They're not for sale. Well, I didn't think they were for sale.
No boards or tape, so just straight bag. Just a
Ugh,
box full of bags.
that's kind of scary. I mean, you kind of have to have boards.
I've known people who like when I'm working in comic book stores who would just because we always bag and board the books first. They would just take them out the bags and boards and just give us the bags and boards, and they would just this one guy would just prop it up in his back pocket, kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I'd buy collections. I don't know how many collections. They were always like the best collections too. Were always ones that were just like that. They were just like bags. They were packed tight, so they weren't really like bent over or anything like that. And they would be so packed tight, but it would just be like comic book and a bag. But they were always the best ones. I would call them like gummy boxes, because over time those bags would start to kind of deteriorate, and it'd be kind of like gummy and sticky. So you'd be kind of peeling them apart. They were always like the best, like early Bronze Age books, late Bronze Age books, early Copper stuff, like really good stuff in there.
We have a lot of questions about that. Gabe, what company do you use for bags and boards?
Depends on what kind of books I'm bagging up. BCW for like just whatever comics, right? But for the most part, I talked about it here before on the show. I'd rather do my lights as much as possible. Like I used to order them directly from eGerber, and you can get a really good deal if you order like a big pack of them from eGerber. So I would do like my lights and full backs if possible. And with those, I don't use masking tape. I'm a weirdo, and I would do I got a big roll of like the blue painter's tape for those.
Oh yeah,
especially for like Silver Age, Bronze Age, where if you don't want, it's not so much a problem with newer modern age books, but just I'm sure but I don't know if you ever had like a tape pull where that tape just hits that front of that cover as you're pulling your comic book out. It's the worst.
Yeah,
doesn't happen with painter's tape. So I've been using painter tape.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Larry says I use Mylar My Lights 2 and halfbacks and just a fold, crease, tuck, no tape.
Okay, so he just sticks it in the back. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what Sazmurf does too. I just fold the flap into the bag. I don't like anything sticky, as I'm too clumsy, and it always ends up sticking.
Painter's tape. Go to Home Depot or whatever. Get yourself a big roll of painter's tape. You don't have to worry about it.
That really makes sense.
I've known people that have done. I bought collections. I know people also who do that, where they tuck it into the bag and board. They tuck it in and then they tape it. And I'm like, dude, this is like the worst way to do it. It's impossible to open back up again without just ripping everything apart.
Next Imaginat's here. Happy Thanksgiving, Next Imaginaut. OmniDog only just joined the chat. Have you decided upon a new name for your Sanctum Sanctorum in the new house, or will it officially remain the vault? Good question. It's still, the inner workings are still going to be called the Batcave. It's going to be more spread out than this. I've got 2 rooms that I get to use. So you'll enter the vault and I'll have like the Batcave and then the annex Batcave. So yeah, it'll still remain the vault. Good question.
I love this talk about bags and boards. This is fun. This is
I know
like
it really is.
the really nerdy ephemera stuff about comic book collecting.
Oh, okay. Super Laugh Hard uses painter's tape is called masking tape in the UK. Okay, good.
Well, we have masking tape here, but I think that's different than painter's tape. I don't know.
It is way stickier. Yeah, I would never use our masking tape.
Yeah,
for something like that.
That really dirty, like off brown tape.
Yeah, exactly. I also do a diagonal cut on the flap with scissors. Makes the tuck easier.
Okay, that makes sense. That's a little bit extra effort, but if it works, it works.
Here's a book question. I ordered Black Panther Omnibus Christopher Priest. Hope it's good. Hope it's a good read.
I hope you enjoy it.
I do too.
I don't like any. I haven't read any Black Panther for myself that's really connected to me.
Same.
Yeah, like Christopher Priest stuff, the Huddleston stuff. Like when Black Panther first came out, we were getting all of those. This is back when IST would give us free books. And I remember just like, oh, this is fine, but it just wasn't like, this is awesome. I want to go back and read. I haven't read the Jack Kirby stuff, Black Panther stuff. I want to check that out because it's Kirby being like weird sciencey stuff and things like that. I want to see how that goes. But again, it might not be the best. Yeah, I haven't read a Black Panther series that's connected to me.
And I have the Coates run in oversized hardcover. I'm really hoping it connects with me because I own it in hardcover and I want to love it.
Yeah. And I'm at the point where it's like, I read it. If I don't feel like, oh, I'm going to read it again, I have no problem selling this stuff.
Yeah. OmniDog, happy Thanksgiving to you from Seattle. Thank you, Next Imaginaut.
Are you getting your pecan crusted pumpkin pie this year, Jess?
Exactly. I'm making it tomorrow. I have all the ingredients.
I've been watching this like show on HBO Max called The Big Brunch. And it has my celebrity crush on there.
Oh, who's that?
Dan Levi from Schitt's Creek, which I know who you know I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it's him and two like chefs or food critics, I don't know who they are or whatever, and they just sit there and it's a cooking show, right? And they get like all this like brunch food and like tapas and stuff like that, and they just they critique it and stuff like that. But me watching it, like my wife was like, oh, this makes me want to eat, and I'm like, this makes me want to cook. So I've been cooking a lot more. So I'm gonna be doing cream cheese blueberry muffins and crab cakes tomorrow.
Crab cakes, whoa!
Crab cakes. I'm gonna try out some crab cakes, see how that works. But you might like that brunch show, Jess.
I love that guy.
Dude, Dan Levi is amazing. He's such a cool. He just seems like a really cool dude.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
We're still talking about singles. Just
do it. This is awesome. Yeah.
Just got into some singles mostly for signatures, but it is addictive finding awesome back issues. Yeah.
Carl, how are you doing it? What's your route? What signatures are you looking for? What have you gotten signed? Like, I like this stuff because I've been involved in that. Jess knows. I was a CGC witness for so long. But yeah.
Yeah. What books are you looking for?
Yeah.
And man, 40, oh man, all the singles issue talk is nostalgic. It brings back memories for me from 1988 to 1999.
Yes. That's some of my favorite eras right there. I was doing.
Whoop! What? You leaned against the keyboard again?
I did. I got to move this thing away.
Sonny says, I remember liking the Black Panther series that was also The Man Without Fear that came out ages ago.
You know what? That was the end of the Daredevil run.
Oh.
Where Daredevil disappeared and Black Panther took over.
Who wrote that?
I don't know.
Who wrote that, Sonny? Sonny will.
I think Francisco Francavilla either did the art or he at least did the covers. But when Black Panther took over, I just walked away. That's when I stopped reading Daredevil at that point.
Remember the Batman list I sent you, Jess? Yeah, I still have the tab open. I now have about 95% of everything on that list. I am very thankful for that. He sent me a comprehensive list of Batman books. I mean, he must have
What kind of
thousands of
list?
singles.
Comprehensive as in what? Like reading order, like every Batman appearance.
It was like a wiki. It was like a wiki page.
Okay.
Wait, I still have it open. Where is that? Is that this? No. What the heck? I know I didn't close it because I wanted to read it.
I like this from Larry. A lot of effort. Yes, talking about the cutting in and tucking his books. Just ask my wife. She helped me do the cut, crease, tuck on E. Gerber 1000 order of bags and boards.
Whoa.
I like that. There's something very like, I don't know what it is, if it just kind of takes you out of your mindset, or I just put on like a podcast and I kind of just zone out doing bags and boards. There's just something about it that just kind of disconnects a little bit, which is always, you always need that disconnect time. And I think bags and boards is some of the best time to do that.
Yeah, I love bagging and boarding.
Yeah.
Is that Wednesday show the one about Wednesday from the Addams Family? Because I really want to see that.
I do too. I've been seeing images of it, and there's always something cool about. I love Addams Family in general.
Yeah.
Like I grew up watching. There's something weird about my generation of TV. Like all the stuff that I grew up with, I could watch anytime I want. It's on streaming services, all that kind of stuff. But like your era of TV, Jess, like my parents' era of TV, you couldn't just watch it whenever you want. It just came on whenever it came on, like reruns. But I distinctly remember sitting there watching MASH all the time, watching
my favorite.
Gomer Pyle, USMC, watching.
What a great show.
I love Gomer Pyle. I loved the Gomer Pyle. I liked it so much that even like when he originally like appeared on Lucy's show, and that spun out into him having his own TV show and stuff like that. So
yeah,
watching I Love Lucy, things like that. But yeah, I loved watching all those old shows. Gilligan's Island, Leave It to Beaver. I remember I watched at that time it was the newer Leave It to Beaver where everybody was all grown up and Eddie Haskell was all grown up and stuff.
Oh, I never saw that.
Seeing it, now I would go back and watch the old 50s version of it too. Same as like I grew up on the Dennis the Menace cartoon, but then I started watching the Dennis the Menace black and white series and stuff as well.
I loved all of what you just said. Well, here's YP. Whoops, YP. Hey, how's it going?
Yo, what up, YP?
Terry says that's Wednesday show is Wednesday from the Addams Family, so that's awesome.
I'm gonna check it out. There's so much to watch, man. I'm falling behind on like Andor.
I haven't seen any of that. David Liss wrote the Black Panther Man Without Fear.
That name is not familiar to me.
Me either. NFL dude, the Francavilla and Bianchi art was awesome. Let's see. This is for you from Next Imaginaut about bagging and boarding.
Yep. Meditative and therapeutic. Yes. And there's the thing is like I'll judge a shop. Like I'll go to a shop and I'll be like, oh, what kind of bags and boards do they use? Ugh, like, oh, you use 3 mil BCW bags? You guys are disgusting. Or you use 1 mil? Oh, you guys are disgusting. It has to be like 2 mil or something like that. Because there's a clarity. Like you go to a comic book store, you even look in your collection. If you have different like thickness of bags, like when they get too thick, like the 3 mil, it looks like kind of cloudy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, or I think even with I think it's those two. Where here's another thing for all you bags and boarders, and maybe you too, Jess. You ever had to burp your bags, your comics?
Sorry,
you ever had to burp them?
Oh, because of the air in them?
Because the air, you tape it down. There's a lot of air, and you got to kind of push it down like a baby and burp it. Oh, don't push down a baby, but like you gotta push it and push all the air out of it. So those are ones that always happens to me when it's like too thick. Also with me, if I don't have full backs, I use 2 backboards. So I always double up on backboards.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm. That was something that was instilled in me when I was at Torpedo. We double bagged there or double boarded everything, and I was like, "This is great. I'll double board all this stuff."
I loved watching MASH for a second time as an adult. It is still wonderful telly.
I love MASH. There's some great. Larry Hama is in there. Andrew Dice Clay is in there. Like, there's so many cool characters, and we talked about it here before. It's great, and then the last season is really good, but Alan Alda really kind of made it a little like tough to watch sometimes.
Lectured us.
Yeah.
Here's a great show. Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith's a great one. It was black and white, and then it turned into color a little bit later on.
Yeah. I remember we would always bag and board everything as we bought it. We never fell behind or bought tons of books at one time. My dad had me bag and board. He didn't want to do that.
I've done that though, where I bought like collections, or I would buy. It happens on eBay a lot. I'll buy like a big run, and they won't bag and board it. So yeah, I love bagging and boarding. I'll do it all day long.
Same.
Yeah.
I just got Batman Harley Quinn back signed by Paul Dini through
Nice.
CGC. Went to a local con to get some Jim Starlin books signed. Went pretty well. Nice.
That's great.
Carl.
Very good. Did you get those Jim Starlin stuff CGC too? Were they witnessing there?
Warren always liked Sanford and Son. That was a great show.
I enjoyed Sanford and Son, definitely.
Yeah.
What's Happening was another good one. I loved What's Happening.
Oh, here's an important point. It also stars Catherine Zeta-Jones Wednesday.
That works.
Yeah, she's Morticia. That's right. Back in the early 80s, the manager of my LCS would let me and my friend in after hours on the weekend. We'd help him board and bag new books. He would give us glass-bottled Coke and allow us to buy Playboys.
Yes.
What a great childhood.
I hopped up on this like pure sugar Coke, and I'm checking out Playboys.
Wow.
That's one thing too. Like, people always ask me, how do I get a job at a comic book store? You know what? Go in there and just volunteer to bag and board.
Oh, that's
They
a good
always
point.
need bags and board. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever worked in a restaurant or in a job where you had like side work in a comic book store, like doing, at least anyone I've ever managed. I was like, before you leave, can you at least give me a long box of bags and boards? You can never have enough bags and boards while working in a comic book store.
Let's see.
Super Laugh's got a good one.
Go ahead and read it.
I purchased a massive Batman collection and had to rebag everything because the bags had gone very wrinkly and got very thin.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are like the gummy bags like I was talking about. Like, if you buy like a collection and stuff, it'll be like they kind of stick and you got to kind of like peel them apart. But those are always like Neil Adams Batman or Jim Aparo like Spectre. It's always like that era of fun stuff.
Right. Good point. Says Murph. I also rebag and board any comics I buy from eBay cons. That's a good point. The books I get from eBay do not always have proper protection.
Yeah. Or do you get like where it's like the backboard is like a regular just brown piece of like
it's a
construction
brown piece of cardboard,
paper, or like brown backboard. Like, ugh, definitely gotta get rid of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy's not a collector at all. He doesn't know what's happening.
And that's the thing too. Like, if you're selling books, whether in a store, whether on eBay, whether on whatnot, whatever, new nice bags and boards go a long way. They go a very long way. I'll buy. It's just a weird. I don't know what it is. It's a weird thing where it's the same book, same condition. If it's got a nicer bag and board, I'll buy that one instead.
Next, imagine I'll wait till your second statement comes through, but Lou and I talked extensively about Iger's replacing Chapek in the very beginning. Okay.
That was very unexpected. I was just
out of the blue.
And I hope outside of like Marvel stuff, movie stuff, comic book stuff, that there is some kind of change when it comes down to prices of Disneyland or Disney World. Right? Ticket prices or like free pass or parking or everything else that just blew up over the last couple of years. That just makes it very like, today's my son's birthday and we wanted to do Disneyland, but it's like, oh god, it's gonna like we totaled it up. It's like there's gonna be like $4,000 to do it. And it's like
that's what Lou and I discussed, how expensive it was. Okay. You have the two of you discussed Iger's reinstatement as Disney CEO and the new rumor circulating among the major trades, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, etc., that it wasn't just to rehab the company from Chapek's damage, but also to position it for a sale to Apple. I did read that in 2024, 2025. I did read that. That is a very interesting rumor.
Because Apple's like the biggest holder of DC of Disney, right? From my understanding.
Okay.
I know they owned Pixar
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah, and Disney bought that,
Yeah.
obviously. Let's see. James.
It's interesting. We'll see what happens. It's only been a couple of days, but
Yeah.
if there's a shakeup, we'll see what happens.
Did you see on Twitter that Michael Allred that Madman Library Edition has moved back up to 6 volumes? Okay, then I'll be getting 6.
I haven't read it. I've never read a Madman book.
It's an acquired taste. It's goofy fun,
Mhm.
but it's really well written and well drawn. Colors are beautiful.
Yeah.
It appeals to me. Maybe his art and humor aren't for everybody, but I mean, I love it.
No, I've done a signing with Mike Allred and Laura Allred. They're like the nicest people you're ever going to meet. But it was like I was there and I even bought artwork from Mike Allred, but it was like Static X or X-Static stuff that he was doing at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
love his Silver Surfer though. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. That was my book of the year when it came out. Okay, Terry, this is a good question. Is the Batman Omnibus Silver Age going to be a good omnibus too?
That's a subjective term of good.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They're releasing these.
Me and Jess will have different opinions on this.
Right. The first one's I think Batman Silver Age starts in 1955 or 56. So it's going to take a while before it gets to the really good part of 68 through 72. That's like 5 omnis away. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I hope I'm alive to collect those, because the Silver Age Batman is very goofy fun. It's Batman in space and Robin dies at dawn, and
it's Batman on horses and the dog walks on hind legs
and Rainbow Batman and Zebra Batman and all kinds of different Batman. It's an odd nostalgia thing for me. If you're not into the Silver Age, then I wouldn't get Batman Silver Age until it gets closer to Bronze Age. Like 68 is when Neil Adams started doing like World's Finest, and then he moved on to Batman with
Denny
O'Neil. Thank you. And then also Superman in that era, 68 through 72. That's when Superman got really good too. Like modern readers would dig that period of the late Silver Age, early Bronze Age, but it's 13 years away from 1955 when that starts. So it's puzzling to me how slowly those ones are coming out, because the Golden Age ones came out like that. I mean, they were just coming right out.
3 at a time, it felt like.
Yeah. And it's taken a long time for these Silver Age. So Terry, I would say sample it digitally if you can on the DC app, see if you like it. Modern readers are going to have a tough time with it.
Yeah. I can't do a lot of Silver Age DC in general. Like I try to read that Spectre omnibus because I like Spectre, like 90s and stuff like that, or even like the early 80s stuff. But that 60s stuff was just not doing it for me. It felt like what it is at that time. Batman 66 was still really popular, and they just kind of kept it in that vein of like silliness or whatever. But to Terry's point, or to Jess's point, if you read that stuff and you enjoyed it, you'll enjoy it now. If you didn't read that stuff before, you don't have nostalgia and experience with it, what Jess said, check it out digitally first, because it can be really rough. Because even that was the stuff where it was like Superman stuff. Oh, Superboy went to this planet and accidentally killed everything on the planet, so Superman spanked them. It's stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, Carl is telling you about his CGC.
They did witness
Go ahead.
It was a bit, I was a bit apprehensive about grading books, but it is something cool and maybe something I can pass on. Yeah, dude, good luck. I hope you got good grades. I hope you get good grades on that stuff.
This would shock me. I heard Kathleen Kennedy is getting fired.
She's the one in charge of all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
right?
that would
Okay.
shock me.
We'll see. I mean, no one's calling me up or calling Jess up or calling OmniBros up saying, "Hey, what do you guys think we should do about this?" You know, right? But from my experience with Star Wars, for me, after that third trilogy or whatever it was, it's all gone uphill since then. Like Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Andor, all the stuff that we've been getting recently has made me, and I was always, you could go back on the shows and see where I was like, Star Wars is the worst. I hate Star Wars.
Yeah, you
But
weren't
now
a
I'm
Star
really,
Wars fan at all.
yeah, I've gotten more and more into Star Wars recently because of like Mando and the newer stuff that we've been getting.
How am I forgetting this guy's name? The Obi-Wan show.
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan was great too.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that a lot.
Did you get the Detective Comics 80 Years of Batman book? It's OHC and has some great, hard to find classic stories in it. I did get it. Is it this book? Oh no, Detective Comics 80 Years. This is Batman 80 Years.
That's a weird cover. I hate it when
That
they
is
put
a
like
weird
newer
cover,
covers
yeah.
on it. I mean, it's like it's supposed to be like 50s and 60s material in there.
I do have it, but I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on it. What the? I do have it somewhere. 80. Yeah, no, I have it somewhere. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, those Batman Silver Age was good stories, like TV 1968 Batman and Superman 60s comics was awesome. #1 DC comics from the 60s. DC, that's why it needs Elon Musk to take over DC. Batman Golden Age Volume 10 is still to be released. They skipped Golden Age Volume 10 and are releasing Silver Age Volume 1. Just release them both at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with DC. Who knows? I mean, again, nobody's calling us up asking us for help or advice or anything, but I hope for the best. And I'll say it every time. I'm not one or the other. I don't want DC to fail because I'm more of a Marvel fan, or I don't want Marvel to fail because I'm more of a DC fan. I want them both to be good, movies and comics, because more great stuff is more great stuff. Like that's all I want.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I'm not here to be in a feud. Like I are you a Marvel or a DC person? No, I'm a comic book person.
Yeah, 100%. Kathleen Kennedy wanted to do more sequel stuff. Okay, great. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Omar is convinced DC collected editions will get better in late 2023. Hopefully, is right.
I don't know what he's basing that off of, but I agree. I hope he's right. Again, the more stuff, the better. You know.
Sasmer, if she got fired, to be a good thing. Oh, not a Kathleen Kennedy fan. Stop her from destroying Star Wars anymore. Book of Fett was horrible. It had Ming Na Wen in it. Ming.
I can understand why people don't like it, because it just wasn't what people were expecting. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting more like bounty hunter stuff as opposed to him being the leader of like the mob or whatever. But for what it was, I was in. I liked it.
I liked it.
I didn't even mind like the Mandalorian like season 2.5 stuff or whatever people want to call it. Like I was fine with all of that happening. And I still think, I don't know how true this is, but this is just my idea. I think the kind of limitations that people had during COVID affected a lot of stories and what they can do and how they approach them and stuff like that. So we'll see now that we're kind of out of that sector of things. See how things go.
Let's see. Oh, Carl N. Weird crush, but Aubrey Plaza coming to Disney Plus Marvel is cool in my opinion. Yeah. You need to see Emily the Criminal. That was a great Aubrey Plaza movie. I love Aubrey Plaza. She's awesome. I don't think that's a weird crush at all. I can't wait to see her in the Agatha movie. What's that one going to be called?
I
forget what
trying to think.
It's got a title. Is that going to be a movie or TV show?
It's a Disney Plus series.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Next, Imaginata has both his statements up. Gabe and OmniDog, the general take from the industry experts on Kennedy's prospective firing is that if it does go down, it'll be because of her proven incompetency in creative shepherding contra her historic talent as a major studio producer. Oh, you put in a third one. And to wipe, I don't know what it was.
I don't know anything about the behind the scenes stuff with Kathleen Kennedy or anything like that. No,
me either.
And even like I see a comment here in Larry saying that, you know, the cool stuff that we're talking about that we like is more of Favreau and more of Robert Rodriguez and who's the homeboy that's like in charge of all that stuff, really, pretty much. Dave Filoni, right?
Oh yeah,
and I agree, but I would think, I don't know how this stuff works. I'm not involved, but I would think Kathleen Kennedy is the person that's kind of like spearheading and kind of overseeing that kind of stuff. I would think. I don't know. I'm not in anybody's camp. Like I don't have any kind of allegiance to Kathleen Kennedy or not. Whatever happens, happens. But I think the output of things recently have been thumbs up across the board for the most part.
Let's see. It would wipe the slate clean and reorient toward 1 to 2 films a year and more episode sequels. A lot of Kathleen Kennedy opinions in here. Kathleen Kennedy is a great producer, but is a horrible creative producer. All the great work she did prior to Star Wars was administrative producer, but the creative part was left by directors she worked with. Dave Filoni should be in charge of Star Wars.
I thought he kind of was.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
I always heard Kennedy screwed over Lucas. What? How?
Yeah.
He ended up with $1 billion.
And I don't think Kathleen Kennedy's the one that made that deal, right? That all goes through lawyers and accountants and bean counters and all that stuff, right? So
I don't know anything about it, but I love that everybody has opinions on it.
This is all stuff I don't know about. Like I was never a Star Wars person, so I'm not really deep into who's the puppet master of things, I guess. Right. And to me, like with anything, it's always about the end product. You know, like I don't care if something was late or there was creative differences or at the last second they had to make this change. To me, all of that's irrelevant. Like I don't care about the chef in the restaurant that, you know, maybe he had a bad day or there wasn't, you know, his knife wasn't sharp or whatever. All I care about is the food that I get, right? That's the end product. That's all that really matters. That's all anybody remembers. Nobody remembers or cares about things being late, like in comics. Nobody really talks about Watchmen being like 6 months late on the last issue or Dark Knight Returns being late. 6 months is an exaggeration, but things like that. It's always about that end product. It's always about what actually comes out. And that's kind of what I base things on. I don't know the intricacies of the behind the scenes puzzle of things. I just go by what I get out of it.
Rising Phoenix has the answer. Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
Thank you.
This is a good point.
Yeah, but I'm down with anything Aubrey Plaza. Like, I loved her in Parks and Rec. What was that X-Men thing she was in? Legion.
Oh, Legion, yeah.
The Fappening. I'm down to see her like in White Lotus.
Have you seen Aubrey the Criminal?
I haven't. Emily the Criminal, you think it was called, right? Yeah.
Emily the Criminal. It was all, I mean, she was 100% the movie. It was all about her. It is so good. Here's Rodimus challenging the leading Hispanic voice in the comic collector community. That's me with my pronunciation of Espanol. Omni Hermanos. That's a tough one. Llenarte la barriga con pavo mañana. Felicidades.
Just talking about something tomorrow.
Right. And he gives us greetings, calls us OmniBros. Llenarte la barriga con pavo mañana. Have a good turkey day tomorrow, maybe.
Where's Gio or
Lou?
Lou,
yeah. This is a good point. Not a fan of Disney Star Wars overall, but I think Kathleen Kennedy gets an unfair amount of hate. I think she's an easy target because she's a woman in power. That is a very...
I don't know if it's a woman in power, but when you're the head that wears the crown is always heavy.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's that. I think no matter what, it's always the tip of the spear that gets the hate.
And here's when Lucas sold Star Wars, it was with an understanding that they would use his concepts for the sequel trilogy. Kennedy Disney threw out everything he had planned, and Larry agrees. Yes, Razor, that's what I heard.
I mean, if that's true, it kind of goes on where you lean into things, I guess, right? Like Disney owns that. They could do whatever they want. They could burn it. They could turn everybody into, green frogs, whatever the case might be. But you would think if that was that important that they used his concepts, then it would be in an unbreakable contract clause. I don't know, whatever.
Well, here's a good
question.
question.
I'm sure he's not complaining about having $6 billion or whatever.
Lucas got $4 billion. The screw part was what they said, but Lucas' mistake, he didn't put the clause in that sale, so that was like a verbal agreement. Here's an Omni question.
That's the thing, dude. Like, if it's not in paper, it doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys, what's better? Conan the Barbarian, Sword of Conan, or King Conan Omnibus?
I'll leave it up to you, Jess. I'm not a Conan person.
I really enjoyed, but I wasn't going to reread the first 5 of Conan the Barbarian. And
that's right, because you had a thing about it not being Marv Wolfman, right? Or Roy Thomas.
Once Roy Thomas stopped writing it, that's when I stopped collecting it.
Yeah.
And then I realized I wasn't going to reread it, so I sold it. But if you're a Conan fan, I know Jason Aaron's Conan the Barbarian is supposed to be great. And let me look.
I'm almost half tempted to check out Conan now that it's getting re-released through Titan, right? Yeah. I had the first Conan Omnibus when it first came out. I even had it signed by Roy Thomas because he did a signing at the store. And I ended up giving it to a friend who really was just like, I'm all about Conan. I'm all about Roy Thomas. I'm like, well, here, this is for you then, right? So I've never really read Conan. I was in it for just the Barry Windsor Smith art. I really want to see his gradual change into being a Jack Kirby clone into being Barry Windsor Smith. So I was in it for that kind of stuff.
Let's see.
I need more whiskey.
I have to actually go up and prep the turkey for tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to.
We're almost done here. It's 7:00. Yeah, it's for me.
Yeah.
7. I'm sure it's 8 for you or 10 for you. So,
In Stock Trades has lots of things on sale this week.
Go to our Instagram, Omnibroslive on Instagram. I did post the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales on there.
Oh, good.
So check us out on there.
If you buy, like today, I got super baited by Taylor Cox Comics into buying the Justice League International book. So I bought that. And so now I qualify for the 3% off on Friday. And I have like 4 or 5 books on my wish list that I'm going to buy and get the 3% off. And yeah, it's crazy that I'm so excited about an extra 1%, but it sounds like a good deal.
Dude, when we do the OmniBros code for an extra 2%, it blew up. Was it 2%? It was an extra 2%, right? Or was it 3?
Yeah.
I forget. Whatever it was, it blew up. So I want to thank everybody here and everybody that used that code, because apparently IST was like, wow, that was a really big, successful promotion or whatever. So.
Okay, let's see.
Man, this is great. We're getting a lot of good conversations here with the chat. Bags and boards, Star Wars, Kathleen Kennedy, Conan stuff. Now a lot of people are in the chat talking.
Larry's ranking them: Conan the Barbarian, Savage Sword, King Conan, Cull. Warren Weaver says Cull is my favorite.
It's called Conan. I thought it was just another generic like sword and sandals kind of thing.
It's from the same author, I think, Robert
okay.
Howard. I believe that is an adaptation of his work.
What about the newer stuff that's coming out these days called the Sumerian? Anybody reading that? That's supposed to be like Conan, like uncensored, like super violent and sexy.
Well, the book I can't wait to get is Savage Avengers with Conan in it.
Oh, okay.
That is a great book. That's my recommendation for Conan. Let's see. Spooky Code. That's right.
Yep, that was a good code. Thank you, N-Man, for using that. Thank you to everybody else. That really looked good on us in front of IST apparently. So hopefully that means we can get more of those kind of discount codes coming up in the future.
Yeah, but I kind of wanted this book too, Razor. That's a good point. That's what a lot of people do is get a gift card to get the 3%. But I also challenged myself to like that book. Cull takes place before Conan. Cull is from the Conan universe just 1,000 years before.
It's weird.
And Conan is Robert E. Howard. Who saw the Cull movie with Kevin Sorbo? Not good.
I didn't know they made a Cull movie.
I didn't know that either.
I know anybody knew about Cull outside of the comic book industry.
Yeah, I'm actually starting to fall asleep and I still have to prep the turkey. So
let's get out of here. Let's do this, Jess.
Thank you to the chat. We're grateful for you. This was a great stream. We got more and more people the longer we went, and we had great chat talk. We wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and go to IST, the place where they have Black Friday sales, and you can get up to 65% off. Oh, Charles Wilson saw several books at 75 and 80% off.
Oh yeah,
search by discount.
They had that what was it? That Ed Piskor X-Men Grand Design for like $40 or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, and here's a thought for you, Gabe.
Thank you both again, and I hope your foot's much improved, Gabe. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, my foot is. I'm past all of that now. Thankfully, I went to the doctor the other day, and they were like, as long as it's no longer throbbing or whatever, we release you out into the wild. So
nice.
I'm good. Thank you for the concern. I appreciate everybody remembering that I shattered my big toe with a 45-pound plate at the gym.
Where can they find you on the internet?
Everybody, you can find me on Instagram, Gabe Loves 90s Comics. I'm also, that seems like everybody else has been jumping over to Hive. I'm on Hive at Gabe Loves Comics. I can fit Loves 90s Comics. So just Gabe Loves 90s Comics. So Gabe Loves Comics on Hive as well. Thanks again, everybody, for showing up. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. And I appreciate everybody just being here every week, every year with us for the last like 6-7 years that we've been doing this.
Totally agree with that. And you can find me OmniDogs Vault on YouTube, OmniDogs_Vault on Instagram. And I got onto Hive just so I could get the OmniDog name. I don't know how much I'm going to be active there, but I definitely wanted to get just OmniDog before somebody else got it.
Somebody's going to squat on that OmniDog for your email.
Yeah. So I'll try to do Hive. I'll give it my best shot. So thank you to everybody. And we really appreciate you guys. And now, oh, jeepers, where's the, oh, here it is. Okay. So we're going to end the show. We love you. We love IST. We love each other. Peace and love. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Pecan pie is the best holiday pie, everybody. Fuck pumpkin.
Not my pie. My pie is awesome.
Well, because you got pecan on